Hey friends, welcome back to Solomommy. Today I'm going to show you a brief clip and then get into the topic. Alright, so in that video that you just saw Solomon stimming in a couple of different ways. And I want to take a moment to talk about what's happening, because both what you see and what you hear are important. While Solomon is on the trampoline, you'll notice him jumping on his knees. That's an example of physical stimming. The movement, the pressure, the repetition, it helps his body regulate and release built-up energy. Physical stimming can look like jumping, rocking, spinning, or pacing, flapping arms, or possibly even banging their heads. And for Solomon, it's really an important way that his body stays balanced. I want to come back and talk more about physical stimming in another video. But while he's moving, you can also hear him repeating the word ticket over and over. And that's where I want to focus today. It's an example of vocal stimming. Right before this moment, we had just finished playing a math game that involved tickets, money, and buying things. It was fun, but it's also a lot of information and excitement all at once. The idea of money and purchasing really stuck with him, and ticket became the word his brain latched onto. So as his body is regulating through movement, his voice is regulating too. Vocal stimming for Solomon often shows up as repeated words and phrases. Those are connected to what he's processing. Sometimes it's a word from an activity we just finished, like ticket. And sometimes it's something that sounds more social. For example, Solomon will walk up to someone he's just met or someone he's known forever, like his Grammy or his Poppy, and say, "My name is Solomon. Do you want to be my friend?" Over and over, even if he's met you 1,000 times. To an outsider, that might seem confusing, but for Solomon, that phrase is how he introduces himself, practices connection, and enters a social interaction. And it's his way of reaching out. At the same time, this is one of those moments where autism can be both beautiful and complicated. Solomon doesn't yet understand stranger danger, and he offers that same openness to everyone, friend or foe. And that's something we're working on every day. And it's an important conversation, just one for another day. The repetition itself isn't random, and it's not something that he needs to be corrected for. It's communication, it's regulation, it's Solomon making sense of his world. The hard part is that the world doesn't always understand that. To someone watching from the outside, it might seem repetitive or disruptive. But for Solomon, it has meaning. And as his mom, my role isn't to stop the stimming, it's to support it, to understand it, and to help keep him safe while he learns. So if you hear a child repeating a word or a phrase, I hope this gives you a little more context. That sound might be how they're processing joy, excitement, or a really big moment. So thanks for being here with me today and learning. And I'll be back to talk more about physical stimming in another video and why that's just as important.